Hi, my name is Jonathan Cude. I am the Chief Creative Officer at McKinney. We are an advertising agency in Durham, North Carolina. And I'm going to talk with you a little bit about careers that have a creative bent. Probably the one I know the most about is my own, but I can speak a little bit more broadly too. It's interesting because when you're growing up, or at least when I was growing up, I'm a lot older than most of you guys probably, you think about a career and you think about a job, and sometimes those things, at least to me, they didn't jibe with certainly anything that I thought of as creative. I mean, I loved television when I was growing up. I loved films, but I never really thought that I could do that until I went to college, and I actually ended up majoring in radio, television, and film at the University of Texas, Hook 'em Horns. And I got exposed to a broad range of things at UT, and I realized that it maybe was a viable thing for me, but I didn't really pursue it or wasn't successful at it the way I could have been. My junior year, I got an internship at NBC Sports, and I didn't realize what an amazing opportunity that was. Let that thing slip through my fingers. Some good stories though from that. I got offered a job working on a film after I graduated from college. Being a dumb 22-year-old kid at the time, I don't know what was in my head. I turned that down. I was working with Roger Corman, who's a legendary director, who's sort of a mentor to people like Martin Scorsese. And then I ended up selling shoes for 4 years because I was an idiot and didn't take advantage of the opportunities that I had when I had them. But what that did afford me was an opportunity to really think about what it was I wanted to do. And I think there's always reasons in life where things don't work out or they don't happen at the time when maybe it seems like they should happen. But after selling shoes, I got into advertising through a weird confluence of things. I started out answering telephones, to be honest with you, for a guy at an ad agency in Atlanta, Georgia, and I ended up going to a portfolio school after that. Put together a portfolio, which is like basically back then it was like a real book. Now it would be all on computers. And I ended up getting a job at an ad agency in Portland, Oregon, called Wieden & Kennedy, which is the ad agency that does most famous for doing a lot of Nike work. And I worked at I had worked at an agency in Atlanta, put together my book, got another job in advertising in Portland at Wieden & Kennedy, worked on Nike among other clients for about 7 years in Portland, Oregon, and then moved on to McKinney a little over 5 years ago. So I've had a good run in advertising, and I feel really blessed that I'm able to do for a living one of the things I love, which is take words and pictures and combine them in different ways to make art, really, that helps our clients communicate with consumers. Things have changed a lot since I was in college. I think with the web obviously being so prevalent now, I think the opportunity to be creative and to have people see your work and to share your work is so greatly expanded now. It's almost another universe, and it's possible to do so many more things than it was then, at least so much more easily. But I think it's important to do a lot of investigating. When you're a creative person, sometimes you may not. It's the thing that's going to help you get a career in a field that is creative, doing something you love, is combining your love of creativity and your passion for whatever it is, filmmaking, drawing, music, with somewhat of a curiosity around business and how those two things intersect. And that's really where getting a career in a creative field comes into it. You have to take that curiosity that you innately have as a creative being and turn it a little bit, if you want a job, if you want to make money from your creativity, which some people don't, and that's fine too, but if you want to get paid for it, you have to take that curiosity you innately have as a creative being and ask those questions about how does that your creativity intersect with what might work in a business world.